Hi there, welcome to today's video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build a model spider in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Alright, let's jump straight into it. So we're mainly going to be using 3 different primitives and props. We're going to be using the sphere, the cylinder, and the spiky tree. The spiky tree is optional, you don't really need to use it, but I'm just going to show you anyway. Alright, so what you're going to want to do first is you're going to put a cylinder down, just like so. Not too thick, not too wide, depending on how big you want the spider, that is. So we're just gonna build, not a big one, but like a medium-sized spider, okay? So once you have this down, you're also gonna wanna put the body behind it, so you know where that's gonna be. Okay, so once you have the body and the abdomen down, you're going to want to make a sort of shape like this. This way you'll know where the head, the legs, and the abdomen are going to go. Once you have that, you're also going to want to... I used no snapping for this, but you're going to want to resize down the cylinders ever so slightly until you get something like this, like a snail sort of thing. This will actually be the abdomen and make it look more beefy. Now we're going to start using the cylinder, and we're going to put that inside of the abdomen to make it look less shelly, I'd say, like less of a weird shape. This can be tricky, it will vary on where you need to put it, but once you have it looking how you want to make it look, it'll look perfect for you. There you go, that's how we're going to have it on this spider. Depending on where you put the actual sphere, you could also do patterns and shapes on the abdomen, which is what I've done in the example that you're going to see at the end. Alright, what I'm doing here is I'm moving back the legs and then also resizing the cylinder to add like a second layer in the middle. That way the legs won't be sticking off as much, if that makes sense, as you can see there. Okay, so now we're going to start making the legs. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a thin cylinder, resize it, and then use the pivot circle tool, which is middle mouse button shift. Click on the center circle and then just move it around. I'm using 11.25 degrees on this to get it like really nice and cushiony. But once you have that, that's where all the legs will stick up from and poke up. This is what makes it the spider. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add the second legs. So you're just going to resize the cylinder again and just add it on top, just like so. And then use the same pivot offset tool. Just bring it around in a circle and add it on. I promise you guys, this will look good. It looks kind of funky right now, but trust the process. We're going to do that once again, but this time we're going to angle them down instead of up, which you'll see in a second here. Just like so. And again with the pivot tool, you're just gonna click on that middle, what can I call that, like body part, and then just rotate it around. I should have mentioned disable collisions is a very, very, very important tool to building this. But as you see there, that's already looking like a spider. You can already sort of see it. And we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna this time angle the leg down a lot more so it's touching the ground, and then that will be the spider legs completed. Like that. Right at the very end, we're going to be adding little spheres right at the top of the legs where like the leg bends down, just to make it a little bit more flush and make it look a lot nicer. But there you have it. There is the spider and the spider abdomen. Alright, so now we're going to start working on the head. The head can be tricky. I just want to point that out before, we jump straight into it. But you're going to want to put a sphere on a slightly tilted angle, not too much. I used no snapping for that. And then you're going to want to do another cylinder, but it's going up instead of down. So it has like a face. And then you want another cylinder, like a lot slimmer, on the top of the actual head. That way, it looks better. Now we're going to work on the fangs. Fangs are really easy. They're just like really little legs right at the front. So we're going to use the cylinder once again, but really small. Thanks for zooming in, cameraman. And we're just going to resize them slowly but surely and angle them inwards instead of outwards. It's already starting to come together. Would you look at that? This is a really, really quick way of building, and the end product looks really good, as you'll see in the end. So you could just build loads of these, like saying you're building Spider Cave, like this would be very helpful for that. And there's not too many items either. The only items that are a lot are on the legs. Alright, now we're going to work on the eyes. The eyes, they're all up to you. It's up to you where you put the eyes. I like to put on the eyes at the front, just like that. Remember, spiders have 8 eyes, not 7, because I'm silly and I put 7. And then my cameraman corrected me and said they have 8 eyes. But there you go. There are the eyes. What I like to do personally is I like to give them like eyelids. You don't have to. Arachnids don't have eyelids, but I feel like it makes it more realistic, you could say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another cylinder, just slightly bigger, put it on an angle and put it right above, just like that. And if you look at it, it gives it like sort of like an eyelid look. You could also tilt them to make it look angry or sad or any emotion really. I should also point out, with the legs, you can put them in any direction you really want. Alright, under here we're going to add a cylinder coming from the abdomen into the torso of the spider, just like that. And then we're going to put a sphere on the end of that to sort of stub it out, just like that. That you really don't need to do, but I do it just because it looks better in my opinion. I like it. That's really it actually. For this spider, that's all you really need to do. What I will show you now though is the trees. What we do with the trees. Now with the trees, we can make it look like it has hair, the actual spider, by resizing the tree down and then putting the trees in the legs, inside of the legs. But I couldn't do it in this video because of the item limit, because I built like a pretty small spider. But if you're building a large scale spider, you could definitely do this, and it looks so good. Like in the thumbnail for this video, that spider also has trees in the legs. That's one of my other builds, which I might even showcase on this channel. I don't know yet, but this is what it's meant to look like. I should also quickly mention that in this game I do use the color palette game pass, so I can have more variants of colors. So when I'm coloring the spider, I'm just going to the reddish orange and then go into the dark browns. But there, as you can see, I hit the item limit, so I just removed them. The spider looks good without the trees anyway. Thank you, cameraman. But yeah, don't be a silly Billy and do what I do. I accidentally painted the spider in fabric, just like that. You do not want to do that. What material you want to use is grass. Grass really stands out on a spider, and it makes it look really hairy and really creepy, and really cool actually. But what you could also do is you could vary your colors. What I like to do is I paint the whole thing in one color and then go over and like color little bits of the spider differently. Like I paint the legs darker and darker the lower they go, which you'll see. And I also like to paint a little stripe on the back of the abdomen because it looks cool in my opinion. Oh, I missed a fabric. Now that I'm doing this voiceover, I've just noticed that. I didn't notice that before. The cameraman definitely noticed it. Anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to add those spheres on the top of the legs, like I said right at the beginning of the video. So you see that orange little ball right there? That is what you're going to want to add. It just makes the legs look a lot more cleaner and flush and more meant to be, so they're not snapped. And again, with the pivot tool, you're just gonna click on the middle base of the spider and use that to go around the whole spider. Just like so. Building spiders is really easy. When I first built one, I overcomplicated it. But the second time, I think I'd say I nailed it. There you go. Now, as you can see, I'm also painting the legs a little bit darker. And then the bottom of the legs, the lowest legs, I'm going to paint even darker. Because that just adds tone and makes it a whole lot more creepy. Very creepy. And see what I done there on the abdomen? I painted it black. And now that looks like a house spider. Which is really cool. So if you ever played the game Grounded, you could make like spiders like that. Alright, so now we're going to paint the actual head of the spider. I say that, we're going to paint the eyes. I like to go for red using the material cracked lava. Because I don't know. It gives something else. As you can see here, I'm also using yellow, but I really don't like it. So I ended up replacing it with a metal red. I really didn't like it. And I just went with my normal cracked lava, as usual. But that is basically it. That is the spider in its glory right there. Now I'd also just like to say, if any of you guys need help with making a model or designing something, comment down below if you need if you need a tutorial for anything, any model, any animal, any creature. Just let me know and I'll get it done for you. Because I know the next model I'm going to post is a dragon, but that is going to be in about 3 parts. It's going to be the head, the body, the tail, the wings, the leg. I'm going to have to post it in separate parts because making a dragon is a lot more confusing and a lot more difficult. But if I focus on one thing at a time, I feel like you guys would get it quicker. But for now, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something today. Maybe leave a like, subscribe. It's up to you. It is totally up to you. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.